praying to the gods that this doesn't fall down this time. Okay. What is this? 25 days left, I think. 25 days left until my life changes forever. That's a hook, right? That is the case. 25 days left until D-Day. And we are checking in at... I'm going to give you two numbers to soothe my ego. I woke up this morning. I weighed myself at 91.6 kilos. And then I weighed myself tonight when I got home from the gym after my second session on the Stairmaster. Sorry, first session. I did weights this morning and then I did an hour of the Stairmaster tonight and I was fucking dead. But alas, I weighed myself after the second gym session today, after my hour on the Stairmaster, and I weighed in at 92.7. I want to take the 91.7, but every number that I've been giving you, every figure, is me weighing myself at the end of the day, which may be not very smart because that leaves a lot of room for variables as far as, in today's case, shit ton of liquids. God, I had I'm going to guess, 4 and a bit liters of water today, and TMI, I've pissed once today. So I'm packing somewhere in this body about 3, I don't know, we're not going to go over it, but you get what I'm saying. A lot of liquids in this body at the moment. A lot of water weight. The cardio session, this Arvo, was... tonight, because it's now 10:45 at night. Another earlier recording, which is great, and I'm going to be in bed and asleep by 11:30 because we have an early start tomorrow, and I say that every day, and every day I've been waking up later than I would like, but maybe tomorrow's the day, because we spoke about how I don't think I can stick to this kind of activity level because I am exercising my body to an nth degree, and I am exercising my mind to an nth degree, and I am not terribly young, but I am young. I'm 26, and I need my 8 hours sleep, and I can't operate optimally off 6 hours, which is what I've been kind of setting the bar at, is doing all of this and not getting enough sleep. On top of all those activity levels, eating very, very, very little. The math doesn't work like that. I need my sleep. So, point being, gotta get to sleep. But I felt exhausted jumping on for my first session today on the Stairmaster, my first and only session on the Stairmaster, and it went by pretty quick, but I needed to distract myself, and I did other things, put my mind elsewhere, rather than... I couldn't do script work or stuff on the Stairmaster for this session. I was too exhausted, and my brain couldn't do it. I needed... I say I needed, maybe I'm being a bit weak, but I desired something that gave me more serotonin and more dopamine that helped me get through the Stairmaster, because it kicked my butt today. But I still got my 310 floors climbed and did that. Interesting points. We are at 27 days into this journey since I started counting down. 27 days down, 26 to go. Physically, looking at my body composition, I haven't compared or looked back at any photos, but looking at myself in the mirror, I don't see any difference at all. I understand the weight on the scales has gone down a bit, but I don't see any difference. And I'm not saying this to complain. I'm saying this as a reference point for anyone that's kind of following along and maybe using these videos as part of their journey to exercise, that you will look at yourself in the mirror every day and you won't see change. And you'll go to the gym and you work out and you look in the mirror and you won't see change. And you go to the gym the next day and you look in the mirror and you won't see change. And that'll keep happening, and that'll happen for months. And there'll be no payoff. But eventually you will look back on a photo from months and months ago and you go, holy shit, that's incredible. That's delayed gratification, and that's what I'm holding out for. I trust that that's going to come. So I'm not fazed by it. I mean, it's like I can feel my ego being bruised as I look in the mirror and I go, oh, I'm not shredded, I'm not lean, I don't have a six-pack yet, I want that by now. I feel like I deserve that. I feel like I've earned it. I should have that by now. I'm putting in more work than anyone around me. I'm looking at everyone around me. No one's working as hard as I can. I should have this. Why do other people have a six-pack and I don't? That's all ego, and it's getting. What is happening with showing up every day is it's getting easier to just put that voice away. That voice, though it is saying those things, it is much, much quieter than it used to be. And now I'm having the thoughts in my head that are much louder are, I was on the Stairmaster today and I thought, every single fucking day that I show up and I do this Stairmaster and there's no reward, there's no payoff instantly, regardless of whether I consciously say to myself, I have faith in me, I believe I will make it. Showing up and getting on that Stairmaster is me physically saying that I am betting on myself and that I believe in myself and that I have faith that I will make it. I know some people, myself included, because I've struggled with it, is having positive self-talk and having faith in yourself. If it's too hard to say with conviction that you believe in yourself and that you back yourself, or maybe you can say it, but you just you go, it sounds fake. I think the best thing, I don't think that's the best thing. I think skip that part of the process and just show up. That's you betting on yourself. I think there's actually some people who say they have belief in themselves, they have faith in themselves, but they don't actually show up. They don't do the work. And so it's just hot air. They're blowing hot air up their own ass. So that was the thought that I had today. I thought, I'm betting, just by being here and being on the Stairmaster, I'm betting on myself. And I don't know if I just kind of hadn't clocked that yet. But suddenly that clicked for me tonight. Which is really cool, and it makes wanting to show up tomorrow even better. Something that I do is I think about myself like a father, and I think about myself as I split myself into two entities, and I look at the child version of myself and I look at him like he's my son, and I go, how would I father that child? And all those bullets that I have in my head about I'm a failure, I'm this, I'm that, I wouldn't tell him. I want him to have all the confidence and self-belief in the world, so I tell him what he needs to hear. And I go, would I I would show up for him, absolutely. Show up for him every day, and then that kind of, because that's you apply it to yourself. And another thing is, we are 27 days down, 26 days to go, and I don't think I've ever been this consistent with showing up. I know I've done the 75 hard series, which although it did, it ended in failure because there was still parts of the process that I had to learn the truth is out there, whether I have learned it or not. But I have done 27 days in a row of posting, of recording my process and my thoughts, and it has been pretty fucking incredible. It's been very up and down, and I've noticed these last couple of videos it started to like, I don't know, I think maybe it's been my choice, but it stopped spiking up and spiking down, and now it is more steady, which is what I said I was aiming for. That's what I wanted, and that's what's been happening. And that's more sustainable. And like we talked about, success is stringing together those good days. And I feel like I'm much more capable of doing that, and I'll last longer doing this. But I've never, I'd have to go back and check, but I don't think I've done 27 days of posting before. I know I had that series, but in that series I missed days filming because of shame, etc. But I haven't done that. I've been, I think, more brutally honest this time around. Even when my weight wasn't going where I wanted to go, and I had a lapse, I still showed up and recorded. And I understand I don't fully I don't fully grasp what that means yet, and it'll probably be, I don't know, maybe a week down the track, it'll be a month, a year down the track, 10 years, and I'll look back at these and I'll go, holy shit, that's what that did for me. But the secret, I mean, whatever, it's not a secret, whatever, all the most successful people talk about is being consistent and showing up, and that's what I'm doing, regardless of outcome, putting in my best efforts. And these are my findings. I am not happy with how I look physically, but there is a calmness in me because I go, well, but this isn't the finish line. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to keep getting better. Quietly confident. It excites me a little bit when I think about agency, because I will have to meet with agents later this year, and I go, maybe maybe this series is setting me up for quite a success then, when I meet with them and I have had these conversations with you guys. By that period, I don't know, 200 days in a row, and I will have 200 days of consistently showing up without missing a day, and the sense of quiet confidence that I'll bring into the room with me, I think, will be quite palpable and powerful too. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We are at day 26, 27, 26 days to go until my life changes forever. And then I'll have a month of something a full month of something I've never ever experienced before. And then after that, we go into shooting the film. And I think if I keep these videos up, and my routine and my consistency, I think it'll be a pretty phenomenal film. And then after that, it's prepping for agency. I think we're doing pretty well. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Here is to betting on ourselves and showing up. The 1%ers. Ciao.